It made me feel so uncomfortable. It really made me feel like shit. And I'm sorry, but this is the first time ever that I've worn this MAGA hat, and I have felt that.
I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off with this post, but hey, here goes. Facts over feelings. I've been a conservative since the first Bush era, and 90% of these black MAGAs on social media have never been, not now, and never will be conservatives. Black conservatism is just another hustle to gain money on social media through the means of donations and selling merchandise.
I voted for my own job loss.
Papa, what happened?
Like a damn fool.
You don't say.
It's a shame to admit.
I like this song. Speak on it.
I won't do that again.
No, you won't.
Hello guys, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're well wherever you are. Now on today's video, I have this video of this woman who was who faced it rough when he confronted some black servicemen in the cafeteria in this restaurant. The reason is because she had this MAGA, she had this Trumpscape, and this tells you something. This defines a lot. Now I don't want to speak much right now. I want us to get into the video. Let's watch it and come back to a conversation. If this is your first time in this channel, please consider subscribing, give us a like, share our content. Let's get into it.
I voted for my own job loss.
Papa, what happened?
Like a damn fool.
You don't say.
It's a shame to admit.
I like this song. Speak on it.
I won't do that again.
No, you won't.
I'm here today at the Hilton, Cincinnati, Netherlands Plaza, and today is March 31st, 2025. As I'm sitting here and I'm crying because when I checked in this morning, I was visiting Cincinnati on a business trip, and I was going through, I had a distressful night the night previously, and I wanted to go ahead and check into the hotel because I was tired. I'd missed my flight going back to San Antonio, and I had stayed at the same hotel with a friend of mine who had booked it under her name, and the staff was great. One particular lady I'd like to give a shout out to is the front desk receptionist, Cassie, and the one that I'm going to really give the true shout out is the one that I'm going to tell the story right now about how she was so caring about the situation that happened to be with two of her staff members. So this morning, I was so distressed. I was going through a crisis, and I needed some time to sleep because I had missed my flight because of what was going on, and I had not had enough rest. So I went back to the hotel, and I wanted to make my own reservation so that I could have a few hours of sleep. So when I went there, it was around maybe 7 a.m.-ish in the morning. Those two black staff members, it was a male and a female, really heavy set female with really thick lashes and like platinum blonde hair. I wore my MAGA hat. And the way those two people looked at me like they did not want to serve me, or like I had shit on my face. They looked at me, they were very unwelcoming, very uninviting. And I walked in there because I was distressful, I was tired, and I was even crying because of the situation that I was in. When I went there, the look that these two people gave me, it made me feel so uncomfortable. It really made me feel like shit. And I'm sorry, But this is the first time ever that I've worn this MAGA hat, and I have felt that I was demonized. They didn't even want to help me until this one female, her name is Tina, she was at the front desk. She asked me what was going on. So I told her that I was in a distressful situation and that I just needed a few hours of sleep before I catch my flight back to San Antonio. I was tired and I was very emotional. And she was willing to help me. But in the midst of everything, the computer systems were down. She was trying to ask the other two to help me, but they just seemed so disinterested. They did not want to help me because they were seeing my hat and they just felt like, nah, I don't want to. It's like the look of, what's this black woman with a MAGA hat? I ain't gonna serve her. That's the attitude that I got from those two people. Anyway, fast forward. The woman, after those two colleagues, I think they were ending that shift anyway. They were leaving and they left. She told me that she was not happy with the way those two people treated me, her staff, and that she was going to go and talk to her supervisors. And in all honesty, her name is Tina. Tina was so upset. She said that I don't care what people's affiliations are, what they believe in, but that's not right. And she did not like the way they treated me. So she booked me to the room, she got me situated. She even said that I could have a little bit of a later discharge. Instead of me leaving at like noon, I could even leave as late as 3 p.m. today. So the reason why I'm crying right now is that she called me and she said that I just want to let you know, she's like, hey, this is Tina, I just want to let you know that I was really, really not happy with how you were treated this morning. I know that you're tired, you were so emotional. And I spoke to my supervisor and she said that the supervisor was not happy. She was really, really not happy. And I could tell she felt embarrassed for her two co-workers, how they treated me this morning. And then she called to tell me that the room is going to be comped, that I don't have to pay for the room, and that she wanted me to have enough sleep and get the rest. And then, you know what she said to me? She said, I just want you to make sure that you come down and give me a hug. That's why I'm so emotional. It's like she vouched for me. Because she didn't like the way I was treated, because I was villainized, I was demonized. I feel so bad. But I want to thank you, Tina. Thank you for this morning. Thank you. I want to give credit to Hilton Cincinnati and Netherlands Plaza. You have a wonderful staff member in the name of Tina. And I want to give this shout out to you, Tina. And I will go and give you a hug. And what I will do is I will pause this video and then I will give you the interaction, because I want you guys to see her. I want you to see the wonderful woman that helped me in my time of distress and who vouched and had my back and didn't treat me like I was less than a human being.
I just need you guys' support in helping to free my son. My son is 23 years old and he is currently facing 21 years of incarceration due to racial injustice.
Oh my God. That's terrible. Wait. This you?
MAGA family, AFF family, Trump supporters. Oh my God, I done found my tribe.
Well, I'm going to hold your hand with a napkin in between when I say this. Go ask your tribe. Because us over here, the 92%, we attended the cookout with Kamala on November 5th. But you, with the other 8%, wanted to go to the picnic, and now you're upset because your son is the Nick they picked? I'm not understanding. The switch up is crazy. Now you're wearing blue. You're using blue hearts. You're talking about some free the masses. You're using the black power fist. Stink a butt. Call it a JLo concert ticket. No one's buying it. You are getting exactly what you voted for. You voted for the racist felon and they say, you know what? Let's double it and give it back to her. So now you got 4 more years and your son is facing 21. The 2-for-1 felon deal goes great. Girl, what did you think was going to happen? The leader of your tribe was going to give your son a pardon too? Didn't nobody tell you that was an all-white party? Unfortunately, there's been a tariff placed on thoughts and prayers, so I don't have those for you. But maybe it's time to put back on your cape. You know, this one? It's fun to stay at the JAIL. Or whatever the song said, girl, I don't know.
So let me get this straight, MAGA women. You voted for who you thought was for you. And now those very same people are about to strip you of your right to vote.
So, since Trump took office, the U.S. economy has lost over $9 trillion in worth. $9 trillion. Now, I want to talk to you black MAGAs. I can understand the MAGA base continuing to support Trump, right? I mean, you got white supremacists, misogynists, you've got longtime conservatives, but you black MAGAs, after all this trauma, after all this chaos, and you still support him, something wrong with y'all. Man, something really, really wrong with you guys. And black universities will be defunded after he defunds the Department of Education. You guys, you black MAGAs are real, real dumb.
I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off with this post, but hey, here goes. Facts over feelings. I've been a conservative since the first Bush era, and 90% of these black MAGAs on social media have never been, not now, and never will be conservatives. Black conservatism is just another hustle to gain money on social media through the means of donations and selling merchandise. I won't even call most of black MAGA grifters, but I will call them what they really are, peddlers. Conservatism is the new counterculture, and they're just riding the wave. They are the DEI hires of MAGA. The more boxes that they can check of being in a marginalized status, the more that they can peddle their products and their plagiarized content. Both parties are guilty of tokenism. The left calls their black tokens activists, and the right calls theirs free thinkers. Oh, we can't forget the talking points of the right wing when they said that the Democrats were the party of slavery. Well, so were the Republicans, if we're going to keep it a buck. Abraham Lincoln was a very racist man who sought to send black people to Africa because he felt that the white man was superior. He acted against the First Amendment that we on the right claim to firmly stand behind when he shut down newspapers and had publishers arrested. That sounds like cancel culture to me. And are we going to pretend that we did not have a segregated military from the Civil War well up into World War II, where black GIs were treated horribly under the same red, white, and blue? And what the Republican Party did with the 13th Amendment was turn everyone into slaves. Right now, we the people of the United States are nothing more than free Roman tax slaves. And that's exactly what the Confederacy were fighting against. General Robert E. Lee hated the concept of chattel slavery, and he set his slaves free well before the war. As a black conservative, the best advice that I can give to black people is not to marry yourselves to either party. The Democratic Party offers you an apron and a tea tray versus the Republicans offer you a nice top hat and a pair of tap dancing shoes. And when you look at the black people that both parties put up to represent your voice, neither Republicans or Democrats are ready to have an intelligent conversation with us. Now tell me, where's the lie?
Hey, good afternoon, guys. I was out in my yard doing a little landscaping this morning, and I had my phone out, and this article came across my feed where Mrs. Crockett, representative from Texas, had made a comment about migrants were only good for farming or something along that era. Man, I've been telling you guys this for the longest, man, that the Democrat Party is not, Jasmine Crockett is not for black people. She's not for migrants. She is for the Democrat Party and Jasmine Crockett. Okay, guys, I've been telling you this. All she's been doing is, and the Democrat Party has been trying to appease people. She's been trying to appease people. Basically, what I mean by that, okay, she's been coming with this Project 2025. She's been saying this before Trump came into office, that he's going to implement this Project 2025, that basically he's going to put black people back in slavery. And believe it or not, half of the black population believe that. I've actually had people tell me, man, Donald Trump's going to put us back in slavery. You know, like the Constitution, you know, no one's going to do nothing about that. He's going to put us back in slavery. So what she's doing, she's whipping all you people up into a frenzy. And at the same time, she's telling the migrants, hey, man, you know, we're looking out for you guys. You know, the Republicans don't want you guys over here. But she's saying at the same time, hey, guys, we're black. I'm looking out for you guys. We're oppressed. They had us picking cotton. We were the ones that built this country. So now we ain't going back to picking cotton. We'll just let these migrants come up over here and do the work that we won't have to do. So I'm gonna fight for y'all Section 8. That y'all reparations, y'all gonna get it back in welfare. I'm gonna make sure y'all get Section 8. I'm gonna make sure that y'all get all the WIC y'all need. I'm gonna make sure y'all can buy Zooms and whams and skins and Jolly Ranchers with your food stamps. That is her idea of reparations for the black people. And it's a win-win for the Democrats, because now you've got these immigrants, these migrants voting for the Democrat Party because they actually gave them residency in the United States. So to wrap it all up in a nutshell, she's saying that the race that was oppressed are now the oppressors. We are in control now. We have some legal standing. We have some people in Congress fighting for us now. So now we're going to let the migrant slave. And that's democracy.
Now welcome back again. And this lady not being served tells you something. Tells you that the blacks are now fed up with these Trump policies. They didn't have the problem with the lady, but they had the problem. They had a problem with the policies represented by that cape, because the blacks who voted for Kamala, they knew what they were doing. They knew that they didn't want to see all this that is happening right now in America. They really wanted a change. They really wanted a transformation, because they knew choosing Trump is like erasing the black history, something that Trump is now pushing. They knew that choosing Trump, it's like cutting their financial hands, because right now some of them are being deported, some of them are losing job, most of them are getting evicted, you know, just because of the simple mistake that 20% of blacks that voted for Trump. And please, can blacks be united? Because this is what every black is pushing for. This is what every African, every black community, every person is pushing for, because for the longest time the systems were not designed to support us. The systems weren't the systems were not designed to develop us, but rather they were set to make us minority, to make us least valuable. And the only thing that we can do as black people, the only thing that blacks, the people of color, can do is uniting. And if unity was there during voting session, then all the problems that we are seeing right now, they could not be there. The problems that we are seeing, most of the blacks undergoing, maybe right now, they couldn't be there. The problems of loss of job and all that, you can name them. So I don't know this percentage of blacks who voted for Trump. What did they see? What did they see in trams? Did they want to punish the other blacks and the other people of color? Because right now the punishment is not for one person. Even them, they are in need. Even them, they in the music. They are dancing to the tune. So I don't know what came over their mind. And you as a black person, what is your take? What is your view concerning this? What do you think that blacks need to change? What do you think that blacks need to embrace for a better community, for a change, for a transformation of the blacks? Now let's continue having a conversation in the comment section. I have been your presenter, Turain Shadrack, and if this is your first time in this channel, please ring that notification bell, subscribe to our channel, give us a like. Let's keep on supporting each other. We need to be united as blacks. That's the least we can do for each other. I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.